my YouTube channel. We're at the Maine shop, and look at how cute these mugs are. Mom wants to make a Christmas, what is it called? Basket with like Maine stuff, but they have like honey, and then they have maple syrup here, and then over here they have more Maine stuff, like these cute little bird stuff and these, and then here are more mugs, and then little like shot glasses. Guys, Mom wants to do this, put it in the little basket, but there's only two, so we're looking for a third one. Oh, candy.
$2.79. So I'm gonna do one blueberry rhubarb,
One blueberry
one
rhubarb,
blueberry,
one blueberry,
and one raspberry. Wait, I want that one. One raspberry. To me, that's what I mean.
And then we already put 3 of the maple candies. I love this saltwater taffy. It's so bossy. Look at how cute. These are maple candy as well. So look at how cute these maple mousse candies. And they also have, they also have lobster ones.
Oh, I need to get a different leaf though, because that one has a hole in it.
Whoa, yummy. What is it?
It's just, that's a maple
candy. Yeah. They also have fudge, apple cider walnut.
You just saved everything.
Eggnog
Expect
fudge.
just what you needed on what you wanted. Not just take shit from one go away and buy it. Then,
I don't know how you say that, but walnut fudge.
well, I just look at the
Chocolate
cup.
fudge just looks good. And maple fudge. The one thing we came here to look for. Also, Mom added stuff in her
That is actually
basket.
one of you guys for Advent treats.
This,
You know
what?
that? The maple candy.
Aw. This New England cupboard thing. This
Oh
looks
yeah, I actually
good.
got that for you too.
Look, they have these saltwater taffy.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Maple.
I think that's a New England thing.
They're really cute. This is what Mom's thinking about getting.
Actually, I was gonna get this one.
Now she's gonna get.
It's got this in my basket.
Now she's gonna get this little saltwater taffy, but a small one. Do guys, cause they only have 2 of this. But I say she should just get the 2. But I don't know what Mom's thinking. She's gonna get these little ones. How many?
3.
3 of them instead of these.
Yeah. Because
oh, the lilac snow drifting down so soft and slow outside my window. I watch it go. Oh, the lilac snow. And though the world may seem so still, it's coming in a distant chill with the memories of winters past, of the ones I wish would have lasted. Oh, the lilac snow tells secrets of long ago, of carols sung, of gifts we've known. Oh, the lilac snow whispers softly on the wind as memories come flowing in.
Just in case Yvonne and I were a little bit chaotic, I'm going to show you everything I got. See, my son is bringing home his, well, that doesn't sound right. Okay, my son and his wife are bringing home their best friend. It's actually my daughter-in-law's best friend. I mean, but they're very close. It's like family, you know? And she and parts of her family, a couple from her family, are coming to Maine over Christmas. So we'll probably see them, and I wanted to do a little Maine basket for them. So you might remember, you might not, that I got this at Goodwill, and it has the little button. I just thought this was so sweet. I just think there's so many uses you could have for this. I do think I'm just gonna scrub the lid a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Well, I can't even see it now. Sometimes when I look at it, it looked, well, one of the times it looked a little dusty, but now it doesn't. Well, if you look at it in a certain angle, I don't know if you can see inside, it does look a little dusty. I have a scrub brush. I've asked you guys before how to do baskets. So I'm just going to use warm water, maybe a little bit of Dawn and a scrub brush, and scrub it up and then let it dry, because I also have this basket that I use in my bathroom, just severe need to be cleaned. And I already have tried vacuuming it. That did nothing. So I'm going to clean this one at the same time. I was putting toilet paper in here. I've got so many places for toilet paper in that bathroom. I think I'm going to put like cleaning wipe jars on the back of the toilet to just like grab and clean, especially since we're having company, and then I'll rethink it after company leaves if that's what I want to keep this basket for. Okay, now back to what I got them to go in the basket is, I was trying to get things that Maine is known for, and I need to take all the tags off. This was $4.69. It's old-fashioned saltwater taffy. Taffy is a big deal here. I grew up, if any of you, some people have always told me, oh, I used to go to York Beach. Oh, I have my bow upside down. I redid the bow and I put it upside down. That's lovely. And I remember as a kid going and watching the machine pull taffy. So right there in the window. So that will go in there, saltwater taffy. And then, of course, maple trees in Maine, pretty big deal, collecting maples. So I got, it'll be this young lady and her sister and her mother. So I got a mousse maple candy from, these are all Maine products from Maine, because this is from Madison, Maine. This is a maple leaf, and then a lobster. So those will go in there. So this is something that they can all share. The next thing I got, because we grow blueberries here, big blueberry harvest, and raspberries as well, and rhubarb. So I did raspberry jam, and that was from Trenton, Maine, it says. Blueberry rhubarb jam, and blueberry preserves. Then I'm going to need to put something in here. Then this was maple caramel, so I got them each a maple caramel. And then last but not least, maple syrup. As you might remember, the next size up that was in a really pretty bottle, they only had 2 and I wanted 3. So I ended up getting these little ones. Pure maple syrup, and it is from Madison, Maine. So that will go in there. And so it fits almost perfectly, but I do think I'll do something decorative on the top. You can let me know your ideas. I could put tissue paper in here, or let me know what you think. Maybe I'll buy a cloth. I don't know. But it gets, you know, these little things add up, and it does get a little pricey. So that needs to be cleaned. Okay. I also want to put this behind my nutcrackers in the living room that are on the shelf, and I was just going to use this to kind of like anchor it. I was going to glue it on there, cut this out, glue it on there, just to stabilize it, and then it will just be kind of leaning behind the, maybe I should do the top part. I don't know. No, I'm going to do it. I hope it works. If it doesn't, I'll have to go, I don't know, attach it to cardboard maybe. So we're going to do this. I'm going to just cut this off camera to get it ready, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. I already did one for you another day that went in my upstairs bathroom. But while I'm cutting this, Robin is downstairs and he is making homemade Chex Mix. We haven't done this in a while, and it just tastes so good and so much like what's in the bag, but not quite as salty because it's that fresh, not preserved, you know, no preservatives flavor. Obviously there's preservatives in like the cereals, the pretzels, that sort of thing, but I don't know, difference in the seasoning. It's really, really good. So he's making a half batch. But if it comes out good, I think we'll be making a big batch for when all of the kids come. So you go downstairs and, oh, yeah, you go downstairs. You go downstairs for the little tutorial, and I will be up here cutting this.
So one of the recipes that I really enjoy around Christmas time is party mix. So we are going to take some of this and this. Party nuts. I have some cashews. We've got some pretzels. Mix that all together and you put it in the oven on 250, and you cover it with butter, Worcestershire sauce, and also hot sauce. So there's a mixture you put over the top of it, and you mix it all together. Now the recipe that I'm doing calls for, I don't know, like a cup of butter, and I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna make it like a smaller batch. I don't need to make one so big that we have party mix going into June, but I'm gonna make it so that I have a good mixture of everything about the same amount, and then I'm gonna use the butter mixture on it. I'll put it in the oven. I think it said 45 minutes. Let me check. Yeah, so you bake it for 45 minutes at 250 when you do it. So lots of people choose different things, and you'll see in different cookbooks they'll give you lists, like you can just pick whatever you want to add to it. So some people use cheese-based crackers. Some people use all different kinds of nuts, or even that they'll just buy mixed nuts. If I use mixed nuts, there's always nuts that somebody doesn't like or whatever, so I try to just pick nuts that people like, because the last thing you want to do with party mix is to make a mix and then have people eating parts of it but not the other parts of it, right? That nobody wants that. So you try to make something that, okay, I think everybody who's coming, everybody who's going to be here is going to go ahead and like what's in this mix. So the other thing is, like, when you do your cereals, that's another part of it where if you get something that's like really strong, whether it's a dark wheat or whatever, and somebody doesn't like that, or way too much sesame, like if you're using sesame sticks or things like that. So just keep in mind that you can make it however you want, but you want to think about the fact that people might just be picking it apart rather than eating it as a whole the way you want it to. So it's up to you, however you want to do that. But anyway, that's what this bowl's for. I'm going to put stuff in here, put it in the oven, and what we actually put in here, I'll have my wife, when she does that portion of the video, to just list what we put in it. But the basics are that you mix it together first. On the oven, you just melt butter, and you add the Worcestershire sauce and the hot sauce. So the recipe that I have calls for a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Now I'm halving that, so I'm only going to do 1/8 of a cup. So I'm not really going to be doing a whole lot of that. And then I'm doing just 1 stick of butter instead of 2 sticks of butter. So I'm not making a large batch of what I'm doing. But you pour that over, mix it all together, put it on a sheet pan, put it in the oven on 250 for 45 minutes, and then you can store it, it said, up to 2 weeks. So that's pretty good. I mean, if you take a little bit, or if you have a large group of people, it'll last, you know, through the holidays.
Yum yums.
So here you can see what I put in here, right? 2 different kinds of Chex Mix. We get some pretzels, I get peanuts and cashews, nothing too big. Here we got our melted butter along with our hot sauce and Worcestershire sauce. Okay, and I am going to pour that over this. Now, once you put it in the oven, it goes for 45 minutes at 250 degrees, and you're supposed to stir it when you've got it on the platter every 15 minutes. So basically you stir it 3 times. And then you bring it out and let it cool. So we're in a good place here. I'm going to take this and stir it up. Right? I got a glove on this hand so I can get it all over it. I want to make sure that that whole mixture gets covered. Right? Nice and covered. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to add some of the seasoning that I've got. I'm going to add some garlic powder, and I'm going to add a little bit of onion powder to it. So let me just grab this. Very little amounts. I don't need to go overboard with this stuff. Just slight. Yep. And then you want to mix again as you do that. Alright, now we've got it all mixed up. We're going to bring this out onto the sheet. We can then spread it out for it being heated up. Okay. It's a nice savory treat as you go into the holidays that people like. So, and this is pretty easy to make, so you can make batches of it. One of the things you're going to notice is when you buy your cereal, you're like, wow, I got a lot more cereal than I actually need. Well, that just means you can do this recipe 2 or 3 times through the holidays if you need to, right? Like some of you I know are looking at this going, that's not enough. You're going to need way more. And, well, that may be true, but I'll give it a shot, see what we start with, and then we'll go from there. So this is going into the oven.
7 days till Christmas. And I don't leave my stuff up long, but I don't know, that wall just kind of looked blank behind the soldiers. And then I cut this, and then I realized that's not straight. So I went in again. The hooves made it easy because I cut it at the hooves, but it's so funny. It's like cutting bangs. You just keep going in and going in and going in. Pretty soon there's no burrs, there's no antlers. So you got to stop somewhere. This idea might not even work. I don't know, but we're going to try it. I want to use what I have. I know I'm not going to find a canvas at Dollar General big enough for this bag that I found. Okay, and then I've never used this glue gun before. Let's get another glue stick. I got it because it's Gorilla Glue, so I thought, well, that will be good, right? But it's almost, oh, wow. It uses glue to beat the band, I'll say that. This does not have to be perfect, but it does have to be glued. Let's back up a little so you can see what I'm doing. It's caught on the rug. No! Oh my goodness, my glue's gonna dry. I got this. I got this. I'm a filmer. I'm a movie maker. A filmer. Is that even a word? I've got Christmas brain. You all, I woke up for the day 2 o'clock in the morning, and I went to bed at 11. And my brain was like, oh, we are so excited for the day. Let's get up. It was, you know, kind of sad. So I ended up just getting up because what are you going to do at that point? Your body has made a decision, and you are powerless. There goes my glue gun on the floor. You are powerless to stop it. So I predict that I will sleep so well tonight. So I'm just pushing it down on the glue. And this is even on the bottom. If it wasn't, I would trim it. But I don't want to lose his feet, so I'm glad I did an okay job. I've had this at my house for like 2 weeks, but I have been procrastinating. So it took me, I don't know, 3 minutes. 5 if you count cutting it all out. So yeah, let's go see how it looks. I really want to scrub those baskets today, but I know my sink's got dishes in it, and I know the dishes aren't in the dishwasher because the dishwasher needs to be emptied. So I need to empty the dishwasher so I can fill the dishwasher so that I can scrub my baskets in the kitchen sink. One reason I mention these things and even show you, even if the point is to wash the baskets, I'm showing you the fact that in order to wash the baskets, I mean, I could have used a tub, but that wouldn't be that comfortable. My bathroom sink's kind of small, so I needed to be in a bigger sink. So in order to do the baskets the way I wanted to do them, the dishwasher had to be emptied, the sink of dishes had to be put in the dishwasher, and pans had to be washed, so that I didn't want to just take the dirty dishes and put them on the countertop, because then I have two messes. But my point here is to always remember, no matter what high intentions you have for the holiday season, all of those basics that you and I were always doing every day and feeling like our life was quite busy, those don't magically go away. I still had to make the bed. I still had to do the dishes. So all of the chores and the work that I was doing before the holiday season started hasn't gone anywhere. And so oftentimes we can feel like we're not getting enough done. We can be very frustrated and we can be very overwhelmed. And it's normal. That's what I want to say. It's normal. And somehow we get through it, but we have to be gentle with ourselves. We have to take it one thing at a time. I'm really trying very hard to make a list. Check it twice. No. To make a list and go by that list, put it in order of priority, and you just start where you left off the next day. But I am trying to not put too much on the list at a time. And that's the real difference between a brain dump and a to-do list. A brain dump is where you get everything out of your head so you won't forget it, so it's not rattling around distracting you. But then a to-do list comes off of the brain dump, where you can think a minute, prioritize, and decide what is a reasonable amount of things to put on one day's schedule rather than feeling like you have to accomplish the entire brain dump. First, I'm doing the basket that I'm going to give away, and this is one that I got at Goodwill, so it has some dust just on the top lid. I had this brush that I rarely ever use. In fact, I don't think I've ever used this brush. It actually came with a toilet cleaner brush, but I don't think I have ever used it for that. In fact, I'm 99.9% positive. I will say that what I learned from this is to make sure you're using, don't use a bristle brush that's too hard. Don't go after the basket too rough, or you're going to get some frayed, wicker, which you don't want. So I did the first one. That was really no big deal. And now I'm doing the one in the bathroom, which was super dusty. And you'll see me, I'm kind of like trying to pick the dust out because it all gathered in the corners. So then I was just trying to pick it out. But I can tell you, I put them on a towel to dry. And I went back a couple hours later. They're still quite damp, but they look really, really good. And I just use, one of the dish detergents I had gotten from Grove Collaborative. I'm sure you could use Dawn. You don't want to use anything too harsh, but dish soap really isn't that harsh. So it worked out fine in spraying it to kind of let the suds go through the holes, let the dust go through the holes, pick out anything that I couldn't, spray out. And it worked just fine. I can't believe it's one of those jobs. It really didn't take that long. It's just very, very easy to procrastinate. I hope this video gave you some motivation and especially encouragement as you prepare for the holidays. Remember, as always, God loves you. I love you too. And I can't wait to see you next time.